Hello and welcome to Tales from the Nerd. I am your host, a random nerd / Kevin. This is my weekly podcast where I talk about the books coming out every Wednesday. But we're going to talk about the books coming out this Wednesday, January 29th. Now, it's a little bit heavier week than usual because the last few weeks we've been getting 14, 15, 16 books. Now it's up to 22 books. Well, for me anyway. I don't know about you, but I do pick up a lot of books. So we're going to go to the first book. But before that, how is everyone doing? And what books are you reading right now? And what books do you recommend me? Yeah, that's it. We're going to go to the first book, which is Action Comics 1019, written by Brian Michael Bendis, art by Klaus Johnson and John Romita Jr. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. One of the biggest battles in Superman history tears through Metropolis as the supervillain team-up of Lex Luthor, the Legion of Doom, and Leviathan come to change Superman's city forever. The blockbuster creative team of writer Brian Michael Bendis, artist John Romita Jr. and Klaus Johnson create a Superman epic for the ages as the Man of Steel deals with the public disclosure of his secret identity. Now, Action Comics, the last two issues have been dealing with the reveal of Clark Kent. Because in issue 18 of Superman, Clark has revealed his identity to the world. Now, it's going to have big ramifications for the DC Universe. We've already seen it pop up in Batman / Superman. We've seen it in Batman and the Outsiders as well. So, what do I think of this? The storyline. Is it a good jumping on point? No, I think it's a part 3 of a storyline right now. I don't think it's good. It's a good jumping on point. I think it's either continuing or ending. I could see right now if it's ending or continuing. It is still continuing, so not a good jumping on point. But if you do want to jump on, you have to read issue 1017 to know what is going on with this story, and also Superman as well, because those two kind of like have to tie. You have to read those because they're tied into each other. Now, a good jumping on point? No. It's okay. The book is okay. The Superman book's okay. I'm just waiting for something exciting to happen in Action Comics and Superman at the moment. Also read them because I like Superman. And, yeah, I gotta see how Brian Michael Bendis is doing his thing. I don't hate Brian Michael Bendis, but it's not doing for me. But I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm in between. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next book, which is Avengers number 30, written by Jason Aaron, art by Ed McGuinness. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Star Brand reborn. Conclusion: who will be branded? In a Shi'ar space prison the size of a galaxy, the cosmic war for Star Brand super weapon comes to its cataclysmic conclusion. Who is the shocking new wielder of the Star Brand, and will they survive long enough to control the epic planet melting power at their disposal? Not if Glider of the Shi'ar has anything to say about it, but the space ravaged Avengers will have a thing or two to say about it. 2. Included Broad Thor, Captain Corsair, the War Widow, the new She-Hulk, and Blade as you've never seen them before. Now, is this a good jumping on point? No, because the storyline of Starbrand only lasts about 4 issues, so it's ending, and I think issue 31 will be a new storyline. Oh, I gotta mute that. Yeah, it's a new. No, it is issue 32 will be a new storyline. The issue 31 will be a one shot. So if you like the one shots we've been getting of the 1 million BC Avengers, you'll like issue 31. If not, pick up issue 32. But I think 31 will be interesting when I read the description next time. But next up, Avengers of the Wastelands number 1, written by Ed Brisson, art by Jonas Skiff. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. A new story from the world of the Old Man Logan. In a world where most of the superheroes fell at the hands of the Red Skull, Over 50 years ago, a new force rises in the wastelands. Danny Cage wields a mighty Monier for the cause of peace. But when the brutal regiment of Doctor Doom forces Dwight, aka the owner of the surviving Ant-Man technology, to Danny, and Hulk in a last-ditch effort to survive, the Avengers will make assemble once more. Spinning out of the saga begun in Old Man Logan, follow up Old Man Quill and Dead Man Logan. This is the can't miss premiere of Ed Brisson and Jonas Scarf's magnum opus. Now, if you've been reading Old Man Quill and Old Man Quill, Old Man Hawkeye, and Dead Man Logan, basically the Old Man universe has had spin-offs, and Old Dead Man Logan has led up to this moment where, if you read Dead Man Logan, yes, Danny Cage has picked up the hammer, has become the new Thor. Hulkling is a little bit more like the Hulk, but he's smart, and someone else has the Ant-Man technology. Now, I'm excited for this because, one, I do like the Old Man universe. I do like the world being explored. I wish it was the other writer who did this, Ethan Sachs, who was writing this. We got Ed Brisson. Ed Brisson's pretty good too, so I'm really excited for this. Is this a good jumping on point? Yes, because it's a new number one. It's going to set up a status quo for the Avengers of the Old Man universe, or Wastelands. But yeah, we're going to move on to the next book. But is it a good jumping on point? Yes. But we're going to move on to the next book. I'm going to make this quick because I don't want this video to be too long. Next up, Captain America number 18, written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, art by Jason Masters. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The Legend of Steve continues. Cap versus Nick Fury. Cap versus a Dryad. The new Scourge versus everybody. And heart-stopping climax that you'll never forget. Now, is this a good jumping on point? No, because Legend of Steve is still continuing on. I think it is in part 6 right now. I think this is an 8-part story because I don't see a conclusion at the moment. But basically, what has happened to Cap is he went to prison for a crime he did not commit, and he is not Captain America at the moment. He is not taking up the mantle anymore. He is Steve Rogers, and he's going across America solving crimes. That's the basic premise of the book so far that we're getting. A good jumping on point? No, unfortunately, but when Captain America does get reader friendly, I will let you know. But next book, Captain Marvel: The End, written by Kelly Thompson, art by Carmen Carnero. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. The final Captain Marvel story. 50 years ago, Carol Danvers went into the deepest reaches of the cosmos to spread peace and justice, and she hasn't seen a familiar face since. Whatever happened to the planet she once called home? Reuniting Captain Marvel super team Kelly Thompson and Carmen Carnero. Now, the end. Basically, the end series will be. They're just all one shots. We had Miles Morales and the Venom. I did not like the Venom book. From the reaction online, now many people like the Venom book, but the Miles Morales is pretty okay. Basically, what happens is this will be the last tale of this superhero. We're gonna get a bunch of these throughout this month and maybe next month. But yes, I'm excited for this, guys. I do want to read like Captain Marvel's last story, like how her big hurrah, and I'm excited for this. But you don't need to jump onto this because this will not continue any storyline. This will just be a one shot. But if you're interested of what will be Captain Marvel's last story, for now, you could pick up this. If not, you can pick up Kelly Thompson's run at the moment. But we're going to move on to the next book, which is Deadpool The End, number 1. The writer is Joe Kelly, and the artist is by Mike Hawthorne. The price is $4.99, and this is the description of the book. The final Deadpool story. Wade Wilson may seem like he is unkillable, but there's more than one way to put an end to him. But don't take my word for it. Quintessential Deadpool scribe Joe Kelly and record-setting Deadpool artist Mike Hawthorne team up to prove to you Deadpool is done for. Now, like I said, for Captain Marvel, these the end stories will be like the final story of Deadpool. For now, before Marvel decides, oh, this will be the final story for Deadpool. Basically, these are not continuing storylines for any book. So if you want to jump on, you could jump on there, and then like if you liked it, you could read Deadpool. But I think Deadpool is written by Kelly Thompson, which is weird because I don't know why they didn't give this to Kelly Thompson or Gary Dugan. I believe Gary Dugan would have been a perfect choice because he's written Deadpool for like quite a while. But yeah, that's my take on it. But is it a good jumping on point? Yes, but do you really need it? Do you really need to read it? No. Especially at that $4.99 price. Oof. Because the end books have a little bit more pages, though. Not gonna lie. We're gonna move on to the next book, which is running out of breath a little bit. Detective Comics Annual number 3, written by Peter J. Tomasi, art by Eduardo Rizzo and Sumit Kumar. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. Of all the mayhem and madness that City of Bane visited upon Batman's world, the death of Alfred Pennyworth had the greatest impact. As Bruce struggles to pick up the pieces of his life, the absence of the man who had always helped him is felt with devastating consequences. With new storm clouds brewing on the horizon, does Bruce Wayne have what it takes to honor his dearest friend's memory? So, this annual, you don't need to pick it up, but I think this will be kind of like a good message for Bruce Wayne to say, I needed to say goodbye to Alfred right now, unless they bring him back. But for the most part, yes, this is dealing after the events of City of Bane, so after issue 85, because if you don't know, around issue 77, Alfred Pennyworth died in the hands of Bane. I'm not going to give you how that happened, but yes, he is dead. Right now, he is dead. It is mentioned in Batman 86, 87. It's mentioned in Detective right now. It's being mentioned even in Batman/Superman. Now, it happened already. Alfred is dead. We have to mourn his passing. Now, is this a good jumping on for Batman Annual? Yes, because you get to see how Peter J. Tomasi writes Batman, and so far, he knows how to write Batman. But if you really don't want to read it, and you want to be like, I don't want to read this because I want to read something Batman related, you could pick up issue 1020 for Batman Detective Comics. But yeah, if you really want to read this emotional story of Batman trying to honor his friend's memory, I think this is a good jumping on point. Moving on to Doctor Strange The End number 1. Written by Leah Williams, art by Felipe Andrade. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. The final Doctor Strange story. The Sorcerer Supreme makes his final journey through a cyberpunk sprawl that forgot about magic. Reteaming the critically acclaimed creative team of Leah Williams and Felipe Andrade from Absolute Carnage and Immortal Hulk. Now, like I said, for Captain Marvel and Deadpool, these are just one-shots. These will be the final stories for these characters at the moment. These are not definite ends because with Marvel, there's always going to be a different end for each character in a couple of years. I'll give it like 5 or 10 years. But these are just simple one-shots. Leah Williams is pretty okay, so I'm giving this a shot. But do you really need to jump onto it? No, not really. Not especially since we got a new Doctor Strange run around when I had that break. Also, yeah, this is the last week you'll see Doctor Strange. Oddly enough, yeah, we're talking about you. Sorry. Yeah, but it's okay. Not a perfect jumping on point. It doesn't lead to anything. So if you really want to read Doctor Strange's last story, I guess this is it. Doctor Strange, Surgeon Supreme, number 2, written by Mark Waid, art by Kev Walker. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Enter the Wrecker of Reality. After being beaten, broken, and at the end of his rope, how will Strange keep the wrecker from tearing apart reality, plus a familiar face from Strange's past makes a surprise return. Now, this is issue 2 of Doctor Strange because, oddly enough, I have issue 1 right here. It came out in December 25th, when the comic stores were closed that week, and there was only like 3 books. But I read issue 1. Issue 1 was pretty okay. I enjoyed it for the most part. It should have just been a continuation of Doctor Strange from, it's literally the same writer, Mark Waid, except we get a different artist, which I prefer. In my honest opinion, I like the other artist better, but the art's not bad. The art's not bad. Basically, Doctor Strange, his last run, it'll explain issue 1 if you do pick it up. He has fixed his hands and he's gone back to being a surgical doctor. So yeah, it's interesting, and I really can't wait for this. Is this a good jumping on point? Yes, you could pick up issue 1 and 2 when you go to the comic book shops because you really aren't missing much now. Okay, moving on to the next book. Flash number 87, written by Joshua Williamson, art by Rafa Sandoval, and Jordi Tarragona. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Rogues reign aftermath. Central City is in ruins. The rogues are on the run. The Speed Force is in chaos, and the Flash's powers make him too dangerous to remain free. But who can bring him in? Plus, a surprise character returns from Barry's past with a grave warning about his future. Now, is this a good jumping on point? No, because it's finally ending the Rogues Reign storyline that has happened in the last 4 or 5 issues, I want to believe. Basically, yeah, Barry, nobody, if you have Speed Force powers right now, you can't control your speed at the moment. It'll go crazy. You'll go too fast, or you'll hurt your brain. But yeah, I do like this, so I don't want to recommend it to you at the moment because it's not a good jumping on point. But Flash is good. I'll give that. I do like we're getting this after this conclusion, because after I read last issue, I'm like, did I not like this? But now it's like, yeah, we're getting a issue dedicated to the conclusion of that storyline. Okay, moving on. Okay, whew. Okay. Green Lantern Black Stars number 3, written by Grant Morrison, art by Zermanico. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The epic conclusion to this twisted rewrite of the DC Universe history will Hal Jordan and his fascist band of Black Stars sublimate the entire universe to the diamond will of the controller Mu. Can the timeline ever be restored before more of Earth's heroes perish? Now, Green Lantern Black Stars is a 3-issue miniseries that will lead to Green Lantern Year 2. Okay. So basically at the end of issue 12 of Green Lanterns, or The Green Lanterns, the Green Lanterns don't exist anymore. The Black Stars have taken over. And yeah, Hal Jordan's like, yeah, we're Black Stars, we're the law now. And the woman he's gonna marry, she's a vampire. She's like, oh yeah, we're gonna attack Earth. Hal's like, crap. I have to make this work. I'm not gonna destroy Earth, but I'm gonna have to make this work. So yes, with Grant Morrison, he does space cosmic. He does it well. But this is weirder space cosmic, and it throws everything Jeff Johns has done for his Green Lantern run out the window. So, if you really want to read Green Lantern, you read Green Lantern Year 2. Unfortunately, this is not a good jumping on point, unfortunately. You have to read issue 1, and I think issue 1 of Green Lantern Black Stars is sold out. I may be wrong, but who knows? Okay. I'm really tired. It's like 2 in the morning right now. But we're gonna move on to the next book, which is Hawkeye Freefall #2, written by Matthew Rosenberg, art by Otto Schmidt. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Who the blank is Ronin? The mystery surrounding the volatile new Ronin deepens as his actions begin to destabilize the seedy underbelly of New York City. Hawkeye finds himself caught in the middle of an increasingly dangerous turf war between Ronin and the Hood. Though Clint may not approve of Ronin's methods, it's hard to argue with his results, and pretty soon he may need to choose a side that his allies in the Avengers won't be happy about. Hawkeye Freefall is if I believe it's like a 5-issue miniseries of Hawkeye. Now, like the description says, Hawkeye Freefall came out when I was on the break, so number one, it's a good jumping on point. Hawkeye is Hawkeye at the moment. He's a bit comedic. You get a little bit of that comedy of Hawkeye, how he is in comics. And as you saw in Avengers Endgame, or if you read anything Marvel related for like the last 20 years, Hawkeye has become Ronin once, and Ronin is a shared name upon 2 other people. So other people have taken up the mantle of Ronin. Now, even in the book, they explain who is taking up the mantles of Ronin. They're trying to discover who Ronin is. Hawkeye's like, I'm not Ronin. Let's go find the guy who's being Ronin. But yeah, it's a good adventure. I do recommend picking up issue 1 and 2 when you're at the comic book store on Wednesday. Okay, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more books. It's 22 books this week, so I gotta be quicker. Next book, Immoral Hulk #30, written by Al Ewing, art by Joe Bennett. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The first Gamma Bomb unleashed a terrifying new creature with impossible strength, who waged war on all humanity authority. The authorities give the beast a name the whole world knows, but it was someone else's name first, and now the Hulk that was has returned to take it back. Now, this is in the middle of a storyline at the moment. I think it's part 2, if I believe, or part 3. I want to say part 2. But yeah, if you do want to know what's going on with Hulk, you pick up issue 29. Yeah, you pick up issue 29 to know what's going on. But if you want to know more context, you pick up issue 26, because that's where everything's leading up to at the moment. But yeah, we're getting monster fights actually. That's pretty interesting. And Immortal Hulk is leaning away from the horror aspect. I'm not gonna lie. It's gone a little bit political, which works for the book. It doesn't work for everyone, unfortunately. But it's an okay read. It's still enjoyable as it is, and the complimentary art of Joe Bennett help this book. Next up, Jessica Jones, Blind Spot #2, written by Kelly Thompson, art by Mattia De Lulis. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. After being brutally attacked in her office, Jessica turns to Doctor Strange to help her find the target. But he may discover more than Jessica bargained for. Now, Jessica Jones' Blind Spot was a 6-issue miniseries that was in the digital section of Marvel. So this never went to physical copy. It was always digital, and recently it just went physical. That's why I was like, oh, I wonder what happened to Jessica Jones. And I read the first issue. I'm like, so this is a digital series, because it opens up how the digital series opened up. So yeah, I do like Jessica Jones. It's a good mystery, and Kelly Thompson. I think anyone who's taking over Brian Michael Bendis, Jessica Jones. I think Kelly Thompson is killing it. To be honest, I like it. Jessica Jones, pick up issue 1. It came out this month too. Okay, next up, Justice League 39, written by Scott Snyder, art by Jorge Jimenez. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. In the wake of the Justice Doom War, the Justice League finds themselves stranded at the far end of the universe and facing a challenge they've never faced before. But what will they find on their journey? Has their battle with Perpetua had consequences reaching farther across the cosmos than they ever imagined? Superstar scribe Scott Snyder says farewell to the Justice League with a special story that both winds down all the things he started in issue 1 and nods towards everything that comes next in the DC universe. Now, little side note, yes, not a good jumping on point. This is ending Scott Snyder's Justice League run at the moment. Someone else is taking the book. The guy who's writing Hawkman at the moment, which I think he will do well. Not saying Scott Snyder didn't do well. He did really good. But the thing is, you can't have cosmic events every moment. Because there's no wind down. It's just like cosmic event, cosmic event, cosmic event, cosmic event, cosmic event. It's literally, this book was just a crisis all over, except without the name crisis. But yeah, this is Scott Snyder's farewell, and to be honest, I'm excited for this, but I will give you a spoiler about this. I didn't read this book, but I already know how it ends, because 1, this book was supposed to come out December. Issue 38, 39 was supposed to come out December, and Year of the Villain Hell Arisen, number 1, spoils the ending of this book, unfortunately. So I know it ends. It doesn't end well for Justice League, but you know what? I'm still excited for the ride. But not a good jumping on point. Next book, Justice League Dark number 19, written by James Tynion IV, art by Raul Fernandez and Alvaro Martinez Bueno. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. It's Wonder Woman versus Cersei in an all-out brawl for the fate of the magical world. Does Justice League Dark stand a chance against their evil counterparts? Maybe, but one of our heroes will have to make a deal with the greatest enemy to secure the power that could turn the tide of this witching war. Will it be enough? Find out on this thrilling conclusion to this tale. So, this is the final issue. Well, not the final issue, but this is the conclusion of Justice League Dark, The Witching War. Now, I've read up to this point, and oh my god, I love it. I love James Tynion IV for going creepy and dark in this tale. Not a jumping on point, but I think this is his final issue because he's writing Batman at the moment, so he had to leave. He's coming back, so he's not leaving the book indefinitely, but he is coming back eventually. But yeah, I enjoy it. Next up, New Mutants number 6, written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Flaviano Armencharo. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. A simple visit to check on old friends in the human world has gone wrong. Dangerously wrong. With innocent lives on the line, Armor and the other young mutants have their hands tied, but escaping without collateral damage looks increasingly impossible. Now, the first 2 issues, it's not a good jumping on point because this is part 3 of a storyline, even though it's on issue 6. Here's the thing, the first 2 issues were in space, then we had 2 issues the first 3 issues were in space, 2 issues were in space, then 2 issues weren't in the, 2 issues were in the farms, story, and then last issue was in space, and this is, I think, ending the farm story. So it's very weird, but I trust Jonathan Hickman because he rewrote X-Men. Read House of X and Powers of X to know what I'm talking about, because you need to read it because it's phenomenal. But we're gonna move on to the next book, Spider-Verse number 4, written by Taran Killam and art by Juan Gideon. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. It's high noon. The town is in trouble. Sheriff Stacy is down for the count, and the Sinister Sectet is threatening the peace. Who could possibly stop them? Why, the web slinger, of course. Join Taran Killam, star of ABC's Single Parents, formerly of Saturday Night Live, for his Marvel comic Doubt, alongside Juan Gideon from Venom, bringing you a horse that can run up the side of the buildings. Now, Spider-Verse is a 6-issue miniseries, so unfortunately you can't jump on, but it's okay. I was expecting a little bit more, but it's okay. It is skippable. Okay, 4 more books. But Suicide Squad number 2, written by Tom Taylor, art by Bruno Redondo. The price is $3.99, and this is the book. After the absolute carnage of Suicide Squad number 1, true, a new Task Force X has been assembled, even before the bodies of the teammates and friends have had a chance to cool. What's left standing may be the most capable and uncompromising Suicide Squad ever brought together, but it's also the most divided, forced to fulfill the agenda of a new cruel taskmaster. The Suicide Squad might survive their next mission, but they might not survive each other. Now, Suicide Squad ended, I think 6 months ago. It ended on like issue 50, and issue 1 came out last month on, I want to say, December 18th, and it's good. It's the first issue was like, what? Stuff happened. If you know Tom Taylor, holy crap. That's all I'm gonna say. Pick up issue 1 and 2 when you're at the comic book shop. Sorry. Had to sneeze. But next up, Terrifics number 24, written by Jen Louis Yang, art by Vicente Cifuentes as Sergio Fernandez de Villa. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. The one where Bizarro screws up time, part 2. The Terrifics have traveled to the very beginning of time, but to put an end of Bizarro's reign of clock clashing terror. But who are the mysterious angels helping Mrs. Terrific navigate the void? And who are the... Hey, Bizarro, writing solicit text is my job. Hey, stop it. What are you doing? Ow, Bizarro. I'm number 1. My villainous adventures will be in book forever. Me dislike cheese and love Superman. Bizarro out. Okay. Is this a good jumping on point? It's part 2 of a story. You want to read issue 23 to know what's going on, but to be honest, you need between. I think issue 20 or 19 to know what's going on, because it's still going on. It's a long story. But yeah, is it gonna jump on one? I want to say no, because you're gonna get confused. And if you don't know who the Terrifics are, they're a team. They're like the Fantastic Four of the DC universe. You got Phantom Girl, you got Plastic Man, you got Miss Terrific, you got what's his name? I forget his name. Let me find it. Plastic Man, Bizarro. What's his name? I'm sorry. I want to know his name. What characters are in it? I know his name. I keep forgetting his name. I know Phantom Girl's name, but not this guy's name. Oh well. Well, I'll remind you next time. Two more books and we're done. I know it's a long podcast, but I try to condense this as much as possible. But Thor number 2, written by Donny Cates, and art by Nick Klein. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. The Black Winter and the Devourer King. Before him lies the Black Winter, behind a trail of death wrought by his own hand. The god of thunder hurtles through the cosmos, searching for the power to save Asgard and all of existence, but no power in the heavens can save a god, a king, from his bloody duty. Now, Thor number 1 came out this month, January 1st. But for comic stores, they open on Thursday. I hope so. But yeah, Thor number 1. I have faith in Donny Cates. Let's just say that. And Thor, the ending, though, I want to talk about it, but you need to read it because it's that damn good. I'll give that one. Pick up issue 1 and 2, trust me. Oh wow, we're getting 2 X-Men books this week. Oh, okay. Okay, dope. X-Men number 5, written by Jonathan Hickman, and art by R.B. Silva. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Mutants are the future. The X-Men, the most powerful heroes on the planet, deal with an old nemesis. Surprising return. That is the description of the book. Is it a good jumping on point? Actually, yeah. X-Men is always a good jumping on point. To be honest, each issue besides number 2 and 3, where it was a 2-part story, this is just like a one-shot. Continue on from what happened last issue. But yeah, read it. Trust me. X-Men is good. And yeah, that's all the books coming out January 29th. I know it's a little bit longer, but yeah. Yeah, if you like the podcast, give it a like, subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You could always ask me questions. My DMs are open about comics or anything comic book related or anything pop culture related. But yeah, have a good day, everyone. Have a good night or good morning, depending on when you hear this. And goodbye. Peace.